Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive.
And they're led out by the fourth-year man out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Throwing Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Open man here is Conklin.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James.
And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Herbert on first down now. Complete, it's Dotson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game. So offense.
That's into a cloud and intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Graham has putted out our house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Now Jones is going to bat this forward on the jet sweep.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Richie James, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. So that drive of 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
On first down, it's Herbert. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Gano's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. KC's offense ready to take over.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Break him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. Operating from the gun, Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, Felton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards now going in, a first down as well. Now a handoff running through the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Up the middle they go. Felton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Richie James with his second touchdown here in this first half. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And out now come the Seahawks. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Seahawks. Quez Watkins from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Seahawks get a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano, and it makes the score 21-10. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Jones now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 41, Jones. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
Again, he'll drop to throw. James has got it. Complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw again. Now he's flushed out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. So we've reached...
All right, we're bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football.
Touchdown!
Romeo Doubs,
27 yards.
and the Seahawks have come back within a score.
And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Felton. And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Jones is going to back. Jet sweep.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense for anticipating what's up next.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. Here's Herbert.
Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Herbert now.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows in the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Gano's kick is good, and that will even our score at 21. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Eluding the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On first down, they'll go the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here.
That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping it for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Kayvon Thibodeaux.
He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 16. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The pass there complete to Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call, but they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Quez Watkins
From 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's James. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half.
Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Kylen Granson
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield.
Herbert.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out,
it's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Up the middle they go. Felton.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Jones.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On second down. Felton, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Throwing, Herbert. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to be on the 3rd down. Now Herbert.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think it's safe to say they've made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as this defense went a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there in overtime. 49 yards.
Well, partner, look where the ball's being placed now. They're deep in the red zone, which to me, that opens up their options because they can run the field goal kicker out there right now, or they can decide to run a play and put it into the perfect position he might require in order to make the game-winning kick.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Herbert going to throw.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this field. It brings up 3rd down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Herbert to throw.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and started this in overtime.
So it's a win for the Seahawks here, and it was thanks to the fine play of their quarterbacks.